This is just another example of why you want to be really careful which protocols you are running in your environment, and especially what you put onto the internet. Don't do what these people are doing. Nearly 800,000 Telnet servers are exposed to remote attacks. This is based on CVE 2026-24061. On the Ubuntu website, we see priority is high, 9.8 critical CVS severity score. Why is the CVE high priority? We have remote authentication bypass. In this example, I've got a Kali virtual machine as well as an Ubuntu virtual machine. Now, as always with these demonstrations, only attack devices that you have permission to attack or that you own. In this example, I'm running a lab environment. I am not connected to the internet at the moment. I have given myself permission to demonstrate this attack to warn you that you shouldn't be in the situation like this where 800,000 Telnet instances are exposed globally. Telnet should not be publicly exposed, but often is, especially on legacy IoT devices. So here we can see some examples of that. Telnet is an insecure protocol, clear text. So with Wireshark, we can capture all the traffic. But what I'm going to show you here is a very simple attack. It's amazing that this has been out in the wild for so long. This bug has persisted since 2015. This bug has been around in the TelnetD server for 11 years. And notice this is already being exploited in the wild. And the cybersecurity company Grey Noise has reported that it has already detected exploits being used in limited attacks. Okay, so let me demonstrate the attack. It's a really simple attack, and that's what's so worrying about this. I will open up a terminal, and I'm going to ping my Ubuntu server, which is 10.113. If I type lsb_release-a, you can see that I am running Kali 2025.4 here. Who am I shows that I am Kali. So on the Kali virtual machine, I'm logged in with the user Kali. What I'm going to do now is use the command user equals -f root telnet-a 10.113. That points to my Ubuntu server. And notice what's happened here. I am logged in as a root at David VMware Virtual Platform. So lsb_release-a shows that I'm running Ubuntu 24.04.3 LTS. Who am I shows that I am root. Notice that there was no authentication. I simply bypassed authentication and was logged in as root. So pwd shows that I'm in the root directory. Okay, so what I'll do is close my session. I am back on Kali now. So who am I? I'm on Kali. If I try and telnet to 10.113 normally, so without the special bypass, I am asked to put in my name, let's say David, and my password. And notice I am logged in to the system as a normal user. But again, exit out of there, clear the screen. If I run the attack against that server, I am telling it that I want to become root here. And notice there is no authentication at all. And there you go. I am logged in to the Ubuntu server. I am root here. So on my Ubuntu virtual machine, IP address shows that the IP address is 10.113. I am running the Telnet service on this device. You shouldn't be doing that. So if I open up another terminal on Kali and run nmap and check the services running on that server. So there's the output now. As you can see here, the Telnet service is open. We don't want to be running Telnet in 2026, and we definitely don't want to expose a server running Telnet to the internet, but unfortunately, many people are doing that and are exposed to remote attacks. Now, back on the Ubuntu website, we are told that telnetd in GNU inetutils through 2.7 allows remote authentication bypass via a -f root value for the user environment variable. This vulnerability is in the telnetd server. It is insecure by design, and it is highly recommended to not use it. The inetutils-telnetd package is in universe. Now, again, there are many reasons why you don't want to use Telnet in 2026. If I run a Wireshark capture here, and capture my traffic. So what I'll do here is telnet to 10.1.1.3, and I'll put in a username and a fake password. So I'll say David, and let's say hello as my password. That's going to fail because that's not my real password. But what I want to show you is that if I search for Telnet here in Wireshark, I'll be able to see information in that session. So I'm going to right-click, follow TCP stream. What you'll be able to see here is the password is hello. So I put in my name, David. It's actually sent character by character. So character sent and then echoed back. So that's why you see David twice here. But there's the password, hello. And then I'm told incorrect login. So you shouldn't be using Telnet in 2026. Unfortunately, that's not always possible. So as Bleeping Computer says here, more technical users still rely on Telnet for some projects. So as this person said, amazing that this kind of vulnerability can exist since 2015. But who uses Telnet these days? Well, me. A few months ago, I added a user to an ancient vulnerable Cisco device. SSH didn't want to connect because of the archaic crypto algorithm used by some Cisco devices, so I had to log in via Telnet. So others have confirmed that they still use Telnet to connect to Cisco devices that are way past their end of life because they have the same SSH issue. I've encountered this myself. Sometimes in perhaps an internal environment or in a lab, you're going to just use Telnet because you don't want to mess around with SSH. So again, this is a really simple attack. I'll demonstrate it one last time. Let's say I can't log in, so I'm testing usernames and passwords. It's not working. All I need to do is run this command, and I'll be able to log in to that Linux server with no authentication. This is an authentication bypass in telnetd. So there you go once again. Who am I? I am root on an Ubuntu computer. So again, bypass authentication using a simple string because of a vulnerability in telnetd. Okay, so what did you think about this demonstration? Did you enjoy this video? Did you enjoy this kind of thing? Let me know in the comments. I know we shouldn't be using Telnet, but people, unfortunately, still use it. And even more unfortunate, put those servers on the internet where they can be hacked. But let me know your thoughts.